This is Cherry Blossom Forest. I've noticed a lot of people make gaming or walkthroughs for all the high-end dungeons, but nobody does it for the low-level dungeons to to help the new players. So, ultimate goal is to come up to that top level and defeat the tree dude. Um, it's it's basically run through and defeat the mobs, so you have enough time to hit a few switches. Playing on my priest, it's pretty straightforward on any character you decide you want to play on. Berserker, spin to win, knight, hack and slash, rogue or gunner, just kind of stand back and shoot, so to say. Um, of course, the ultimate goal for damage is try to do as much DPS as you can. There are a few quest lines that come in here, or I should say at least one. Um, as you're doing the quests, you'll you'll unlock that portion and be prompted to do the dungeon, whether alone or with a group. I've never tried to solo it, so I don't know the intensity if everything's scaled down. I've only ever played in a group, but at least this will kind of give you an idea of what to expect. Um, Most of the mobs in here are ranged, so they'll, well, I guess say some ranged, some melee. Um, some of it's broadcasted, so you can move out of the way. Others, well, just walk up and hit you. This is the first lever for the waterfall you climb. Um, all you do is hit that, climb the vine ladder, and face the gumdrop. Um, as he DPS the gumdrop, he'll split into smaller gumdrops. See there, he split. Makes it a little bit of a challenge. You'll have a player to die out. Biggest piece of advice is watch your own health, even if you have a priest in the group, because a priest doesn't see everything. And at this level, the main goal is DPS over healing. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, former WoW player, and yes, again, I know I'm sorry too, but there's no main course of healing. It's you get a pretty straightforward DPS route with picking a priest. I don't know the aggro range or the aggro keeping on some of these mobs. At this point, you could probably run through to the end boss, but again, I've never had a group that was willing to do it. At this point, you don't really have to kill these mobs. Um, Sometimes it's good to kind of sit back in time. Um, I guess you could say one of the boss's abilities. He'll take in a deep breath and blow everything down this path. As you can see, stuff flies towards the group. again, you don't really have to kill these mobs. All you really have to do is kind of make a run for it down this path. There's little holes that you could fall in that'll protect you and keep you from being blown across the map. The mobs, of course, can still come up and wail on you, and they can make for a challenge. But as soon as somebody reaches the end, he'll stop blowing everybody across the map. And then it's a little bit of DPS and dodge. He'll do some ground attacks that have spikes or springs. Again, everything's broadcasted, so this will kind of teach you early on how to dodge during a boss fight. Kind of teach you early on to don't expect the healer to constantly heal you. It's kind of early on for it to be just a healing role. Most of this can be soloed. As you can see, I'm still waiting for my party to catch up. They're kind of messing with the mobs in the back. Occasionally you'll get some unluckies where the boss will stun you, kind of throw you back, and then he'll do the spit the slime at you while you're stunned. Drains a good portion of your health points. Probably knocks you down to 10, 15, maybe even 20%. See, that's the stun that I'm talking about, and that's the slime that I'm talking about. It can be pretty brutal if he catches you off guard, and as soon as you're stunned, he throws it at you. Center stream, so to say. It'll get you from time to time, but nothing too bad. Well, that's Cherry Blossom Forest. As soon as you knock it out, you'll get some rewards. This is the portion for the quest that you'd end up freeing the princess. All you really got to do is run up to the vines and hit whatever your use button is, spacebar, whatever you have it set to. If you're lucky, you get double dungeon drops if there's an event going on. If not, well, just get half the rewards.
My hero! Thank you so much!